Welcome to the UFO Enigma, where the mysteries of the universe come to life. Dive deep into the unknown as we explore the captivating world of UFOs, alien encounters, and cosmic wonders. From hidden government files to unexplainable phenomena, we uncover the truths that lie beyond our reach. Are we truly alone, or is there something more waiting for us in the stars? Join us on this thrilling journey, and hit that subscribe button. Your mind is about to be blown. The Call of the Covenant. The year is 2526. A cold, empty silence blankets the deep reaches of space. The Covenant, a powerful military alliance forged by a diverse coalition of alien species, moves forward with one unrelenting goal: the eradication of humanity. Beneath the cloak of intergalactic shadows, they seek a weapon from the ancient past, Halo, a relic of unimaginable power, which they believe will grant them salvation and transform them into divine beings, elevated above all other races. The weapon is said to possess the ability to wipe entire species from existence. In the dense, mist-covered forests of Margot, a remote human settlement, Kwan and her friends tread softly through the undergrowth, exploring the untouched wilds. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and the distant hum of nature's rhythm. The forest, lush and green, seems peaceful, but there is a disturbance, a strange vibration, like the pulse of an unknown force. It ripples through the air, unsettling the birds and sending a wave of unease across the landscape. Suddenly, a faint sound, a soft, eerie hum breaks the silence. Kwan halts, her breath catching in her throat. It's not the wind. It's not the usual animal calls. The sound grows louder, sharp and mechanical. She motions to her friends to stay quiet and listen. Something is not right. In the distance, through the thick trees, the faintest glimmer of light flickers, an unnatural glow. Kwan's heart races. She motions to her friends to follow her, moving cautiously toward the source of the light. As they approach, the trees begin to thin, revealing a massive alien ship descending from the heavens. It is like nothing they've ever seen before, sleek, metallic, and alive with pulsing energy. Its surface is smooth, shifting colors under the dim light of the setting sun. The ship is shaped like a monstrous, glowing crescent, its edges adorned with intricate alien symbols that shimmer with a faint, ghostly light. A sudden roar shakes the ground. The ship lands with an unsettling thud, its massive engines hissing as they cool. The door of the vessel opens, and from within, a procession of Covenant soldiers emerges. Towering, armored figures, their black exoskeletons reflecting the fading light. Their eyes burn with a red, soulless glow, and their weapons hum with deadly energy. The air becomes thick with the scent of ozone and a chill that cuts through the forest. The soldiers are not here for peace. They are here to conquer. Fear grips Kwan as she watches the alien force spread out, their weapons raised in anticipation. Her friends scramble for cover, but the sound of heavy boots on the earth signals their inevitable doom. Kwan's heart pounds in her chest as she stumbles back, barely avoiding detection. She can't stay hidden for long. In a rush of adrenaline, she sprints towards the distant rebel outpost, knowing that if she doesn't warn them, her people will be wiped out. The sound of gunfire erupts in the distance as the alien soldiers begin their assault. Kwan's pulse quickens. She must make it to the outpost in time. The fate of humanity rests on her warning. The Covenant has arrived. The rebel outpost, once a bastion of human hope, is now under siege. The sound of exploding mortars and the whine of laser weapons fill the air. Covenant forces storm the perimeter, their terrifying, otherworldly cries cutting through the air like daggers. Their heavy boots crush the earth beneath them, as their weaponry, sleek and deadly, discharges with pinpoint precision. Laser fire streaks across the sky, illuminating the battle like deadly fireworks. The human defenders, outnumbered and underprepared, fight valiantly but are no match for the advanced alien technology. The Covenant soldiers sweep through the outpost like a tidal wave, unstoppable and relentless. Quan watches in horror as her comrades fall, one by one. Her father, the leader of the outpost, stands at the front, shouting orders to his soldiers. General Lee, a man of stubborn conviction, refuses to acknowledge the overwhelming might of the Covenant. He believes that his forces, though outnumbered, can push the aliens back. He doesn't want to believe that humanity is helpless. He sends Quan to take refuge with the civilians, ordering her to remain hidden, even as the outpost is consumed by chaos. But Quan cannot stay hidden. Her eyes burn with determination, and as the Covenant forces breach the outer defenses, her father is caught in the crossfire. His last words are a command, urging her to survive, to fight for humanity's future. His voice fades as he is struck down by a Covenant elite, a figure clad in gleaming armor. Quan's heart breaks as she watches the man who raised her fall, his body crumpling to the ground. Overcome with grief and rage, Quan emerges from her hiding spot. The outpost is lost, and she can't bear to watch the slaughter any longer. As she runs toward her father's fallen body, a group of Spartans bursts through the chaos. These genetically enhanced super soldiers, dressed in heavy Mjolnir armor, carry weapons that hum with deadly intent. Led by Master Chief, the Spartans charge into the fray. Their advanced armor and weapons allow them to cut through the Covenant soldiers with ease. Their presence shifts the tide of battle, as they push forward with relentless efficiency. Master Chief, a towering figure in green armor, moves like a storm through the battlefield, his visor glowing with a pale light. Each step is deliberate, every movement calculated. With each swing of his massive energy sword and each shot fired from his battle rifle, Covenant soldiers fall. Quan watches in awe as the Spartans, unstoppable and fierce, cut through the Covenant ranks. It's the first sign of hope she's seen in what feels like an eternity. But the battle is far from over. The Covenant might be pushed back, but the war is only just beginning. Humanity's struggle for survival has only just begun. The Spartan team moves through the dense underbrush of the alien planet, their heavy footsteps muffled by the thick foliage. The air is thick, humid, carrying the scent of something ancient, as if the planet itself has been untouched by time. Quan walks with determination beside Master Chief, her mind still racing from the horrors of the previous battle. The Covenant's presence haunts her, yet there is a growing sense of urgency to find the Halo. They must uncover its secrets before the Covenant does. The jungle is silent, save for the occasional rustle of unseen creatures. There is something deeply unsettling about the place, like they are being watched. Master Chief's helmet gleams under the weak light filtering through the dense canopy above. His presence is a stark contrast to the eeriness of their surroundings. They move as one, a tight-knit unit, but the air crackles with tension. After hours of navigating through the dense forest, they finally reach a clearing. The trees part, revealing an ancient structure, half buried in the dirt and overgrown with vines. It is not of human origin. The Covenant must have discovered this place long ago, an alien ruin, older than anything the humans have seen. The architecture is strange, organic, as if the structure itself has grown from the very earth. Its surface is smooth, almost glass-like, yet it pulses with an eerie, internal glow. The air around it hums, an unnatural frequency that vibrates in the bones. In the heart of the ruin lies the artifact, the Halo. It rests on a raised platform, its shape circular and mysterious, with intricate alien symbols carved into its surface. The artifact exudes an aura of power that is both magnetic and terrifying. Master Chief steps forward, reaching out with a gloved hand. The moment his fingers make contact with the halo, the world around them seems to shift. A vision overtakes them. The peaceful sight of Earth flashes before them, a family sitting on a sun-drenched porch, laughter filling the air, a child playing with a dog. For a brief, fleeting moment, it is as if the weight of the universe has been lifted, and all is well. But then, a shadow falls over the scene. The vision warps, an overwhelming alien force descends upon the family, their peaceful existence shattered. The child screams as monstrous, armored Covenant elites appear, their weapons glowing with deadly energy. The scene is interrupted by the crackling of alien gunfire, the air filled with the sound of destruction. The vision disappears as quickly as it came, leaving the team breathless. Master Chief shakes his head, his mind reeling from what he has seen. But the moment of clarity is short-lived. The Covenant soldiers are close. From the shadows, a Covenant elite emerges, a lone warrior, determined to protect the artifact at any cost. His energy sword hums to life, casting a blood-red glow across the clearing. Without warning, the elite lunges, and the team springs into action. Master Chief fires his weapon, his shots echoing through the jungle, but the elite is fast, dodging with unnatural agility. Quan follows, moving quickly, her pistol aimed and steady. The air becomes thick with the sounds of gunfire, the sizzling of energy weapons, and the crackling of trees as they are torn apart in the chaos. The battle is intense. The elite is a skilled warrior, moving with precision, each strike designed to kill. The team fights back with all their might, but the Covenant elite is relentless. They exchange fire, the Spartans using their advanced technology and armor to counter the aliens' agility. At one point, Quan ducks behind a rock, narrowly avoiding an energy blast that singes the air where she stood moments before. Finally, with a well-placed shot from Master Chief, the Covenant elite falls, his body crumpling to the ground, the glow of his energy sword flickering out. The clearing falls silent, save for the hum of the nearby artifact. The team stands over the fallen warrior, their chests heaving, adrenaline coursing through their veins. The battle is over, but the war is far from won. Quan steps forward, her gaze locked on the halo. They have learned much, but they still don't fully understand the artifact's power. Dr. Hani, a scientist who has been studying the halo, steps cautiously toward the platform. Her eyes glow with the fever of discovery, yet there is a trace of fear behind her calculated expression. Hani examines the halo, her hands trembling as she traces the alien symbols etched into its surface. She speaks, her voice low and tinged with awe. "This artifact, it holds the key to everything," she murmurs. "I believe it can destroy the Covenant. But it must be activated correctly, and we do not know how." As Master Chief and Quan listen, the weight of the situation becomes clearer. The Covenant has been searching for the halo for centuries, and now they have discovered it. They are determined to use its power for their genocidal campaign. Quan feels the gravity of the moment. This is humanity's last hope, but there is a risk. The halo is too powerful, too dangerous to be left in the wrong hands. But as they stand there, analyzing the artifact, Master Chief's mind drifts. The vision he saw, the image of Earth, of a family, haunts him. The memories of his past, long buried beneath layers of military protocol, resurface. The human side of him, buried deep under years of training, begins to question everything. His loyalty to the mission wavers, a flicker of doubt clouding his thoughts. Is this truly humanity's salvation? Or will activating the halo bring about something far worse? Quan notices the change in his demeanor but says nothing. She knows that the Spartans are trained to bury their emotions, to push through the uncertainty. But she also understands that the halo may be their only chance to stop the Covenant, even if it comes at a cost. As Dr. Hani continues her research on the halo, the team prepares for the next step. The Covenant will not give up easily. The fight for control of the artifact has only just begun, and Quan and her allies are ready for whatever comes next, knowing that the fate of humanity rests on their shoulders. The air around the Spartan team is thick with tension as they approach the hidden chamber, where the halo lies dormant. The artifact hums softly, its energy just below the surface, almost as though it can sense their presence. As Quan steps closer, her pulse quickens. The weight of the halo's power is suffocating. Every instinct in her tells her to be careful, but she knows the stakes are higher than ever. The discovery of the halo was supposed to be a turning point. They thought it was their weapon, humanity's last chance to fight back against the overwhelming Covenant forces. But Maki, their mysterious ally, has been acting strangely. Her silence speaks volumes, and it is in these moments of stillness that Quan begins to question her loyalty. The halo was never just a weapon, it was much more, something far older, and far more dangerous than they had imagined. Maki, it seems, has been hiding something. Maki approaches the artifact, her eyes dark and unreadable, and as she places her hand on its surface, the air shifts cold, heavy. The glowing symbols etched into the halo pulse, each thrum sending an electric shiver through the room. She looks over at Quan and the others, her lips curving into a faint, cryptic smile. "It's not what you think," Maki says, her voice low, filled with an unfamiliar sorrow. "The halo is not just a weapon, it's a key. A key to something far greater than you can imagine." The truth begins to seep into the shadows of Quan's mind as the words settle. Maki isn't their ally in the way they thought. She's been protecting the halo for her own reasons tied to something ancient and unseen. She is part of something older, something intertwined with the halo's dark legacy. Her allegiance now is unclear, a puzzle that Quan is desperate to piece together. Before Quan can confront Maki further, a sudden, low hum fills the air. The distant rumble of engines shakes the ground beneath their feet. The sky above darkens as a Covenant fleet arrives, massive ships blocking out the stars, casting a shadow over the base. The Covenant has come not just for the halo, but to destroy everything in their path. From the distance, Covenant forces begin their assault. The ground trembles as their dropships descend, releasing wave after wave of elite warriors and grunt squads. Their weapons are already charged, ready for the bloodshed that is about to unfold. Master Chief and the other Spartans immediately deploy, their heavy Mjolnir armor flashing in the dim light as they engage. Energy shields flare up as plasma fire rains down from above, the air thick with the smell of burning ozone. The base's defensive walls buckle under the sheer force of the attack, and explosions tear through the once secure facility. Quan, her heart racing, takes cover, watching in horror as her comrades fight desperately to hold their ground. The Covenant is relentless, moving with horrifying precision. Their elite soldiers lead the charge, with their energy swords flashing in the darkness, cutting down any human who dares to stand in their way. The grunts, smaller but vicious, swarm in, firing their weapons wildly, creating chaos in every corner. But amid the battle, Quan sees something she never expected. A massive energy pulse radiates from the halo. The artifact's power grows, its hum louder, its glow more intense, almost as though it is alive, reacting to the battle surrounding it. Maki stands near the artifact, her hand raised, as if controlling it, feeding it power. It is not just a weapon, it is a force of nature, a beacon calling to those who would control its power. In the midst of the chaos, Quan's eyes widen as the realization strikes. The halo is far more than a weapon, it is a new phase of human evolution. A curse, perhaps, disguised as salvation. It could destroy the Covenant, yes, but it could also destroy humanity if they aren't careful. Maki knows this, and it's clear she has been protecting the artifact for reasons that go beyond mere survival. The battle rages on, the Spartans locked in a brutal struggle, fighting to protect what's left of the base. Master Chief moves with cold precision, his battle rifle singing death as it takes down Covenant soldier after Covenant soldier. But with each passing moment, the pressure mounts. The Covenant is everywhere. The base is nearly lost. In the midst of the turmoil, Quan and Master Chief stand side by side, the decision weighing heavily between them. They know what must be done. The Halo's power must be activated. There is no other choice. But the cost is clear. The Halo could eradicate the Covenant, yes, but at a terrible price. It could change everything, every human life, every chance for survival. Would activating the Halo save humanity? Or would it be the final step toward their own extinction? The Covenant soldiers keep coming, wave after wave, their determination unwavering. Master Chief's voice is calm but filled with a steel edge as he speaks to Quan. We activate it, now. We stop them before they stop us. But as the words leave his lips, Quan hesitates. She's seen the visions. She's felt the weight of the artifact's power. She knows the risks. But there is no time left for second thoughts. The Covenant is closing in. Maki appears in front of them, her face shadowed by the glowing light of the Halo. You must trust me, she says, her voice barely a whisper, but it carries with an eerie authority. I've kept the Halo safe for this reason. It's not just a weapon, it's a doorway. You must open it. You must trust the future it brings. With a swift movement, Master Chief activates the Halo, and the entire base trembles. The air seems to thicken as the artifact's power floods the battlefield. The Covenant forces, caught in the surge of energy, are torn apart, their bodies disintegrating in an instant, their screams lost in the brilliant, all-consuming light. But at what cost? The Covenant's forces are decimated. The battlefield falls silent. Quan stands, her heart heavy, her mind reeling. The cost of victory is unimaginable. Many lives were lost in the process, including the lives of the Spartans who fought so valiantly. The Halo has granted them victory, but at what price? What has been unleashed? What has humanity become? As the light from the Halo fades, Quan stands amidst the ruins, her hand clutching the artifact, unsure of what to do next. The Halo is no longer just a weapon. It is a power that will shape the future of humanity, for better or for worse. And now, it is up to Quan and the surviving Spartans to navigate this new, uncertain future, knowing that the price of salvation may have been far too high. The air is thick with the scent of burning debris, smoke curling up into the dim sky as the remnants of the Covenant forces lie scattered across the battlefield. The battle is over, but its toll is evident everywhere. The ground is scarred, the once proud rebel outpost reduced to rubble. The lingering hum of the Halo pulses weakly, its energy now dormant, yet it seems to exude an unsettling calm. The universe has witnessed a victory, but at what cost? Quan stands at the edge of the wreckage, her hands clenched into fists at her sides, her eyes scanning the desolation. The death of her father still haunts her. His face, his last words echo in her mind as if he were still there, urging her to survive, to push forward. But survival feels like an empty victory now. The Halo is in their hands, yes, but what has humanity truly won? Her heart aches as she thinks of those who fell in battle, both human and Spartan. So many lives, sacrificed for a future that still seems uncertain. Beside her, Master Chief remains as stoic as ever, his armor battered and scarred from the fight. His helmet is now off, his face drawn and weary. His eyes are distant, lost in thought. The mission complete. The Covenant defeated. Yet, as he surveys the carnage, there is a flicker of doubt that shadows his normally resolute demeanor. What have they done? The Halo, a weapon of unfathomable power, now in human hands, has the potential to change everything. It can either be a beacon of salvation or a harbinger of humanity's ultimate destruction. The price of victory is far steeper than either of them could have imagined. Master Chief's gaze lingers on the Halo, the artifact now safely under human control. He has fought countless battles, been through unimaginable horrors, but this feels different. The weapon that wiped out the Covenant also carries the weight of their existence. Can they truly control it? The wind stirs the ashes of the battlefield, carrying away the remnants of what was, leaving nothing but empty silence in its wake. Quan and Master Chief stand together, staring into the vast expanse of the universe ahead. The victory over the Covenant is just the beginning, a fleeting moment in the grand expanse of time. Humanity is free for now, but the questions loom like a storm on the horizon. What of the Halo? What of the alien races still out there, watching, waiting? What future does humanity have now? The silence between them stretches, heavy with the weight of what has transpired. Quan's voice breaks the stillness, barely a whisper, but it carries the gravity of their shared burden. Is it over? Have we truly won? Her question is more than a simple inquiry. It is the same question that has been echoing in her heart ever since the battle ended. Master Chief looks up to the dark sky, his gaze distant, as though searching for an answer among the stars. The universe is vast, filled with unknowns and dangers. The Covenant may have been defeated, but they were not the only threat humanity has ever faced. The remnants of the Covenant still lurk out there, remnants of a larger, more terrifying network of alien forces. Quan knows this, feels it deep in her bones. The fight is never truly over, Master Chief replies. His voice is steady, but it carries the weight of countless battles fought and sacrifices made. The Covenant was just one part of something much bigger. And if we want to ensure humanity's survival, we have to be ready. Ready for anything. The Spartan team gathers nearby, preparing for the next chapter. They stand together, battered but unbroken, their armor showing signs of the fierce battles they've fought. They are the last line of defense, the silent protectors of a humanity that can no longer afford to be complacent. The Halo's power, now in their hands, serves as both a blessing and a curse. It holds the promise of protection, of strength. But it also serves as a reminder of the ever-present threat of alien invasion, a threat that will never truly fade. As Quan watches the team, the realization settles in. Humanity has been handed a gift, but it is a dangerous one. The Halo must be safeguarded, protected from those who would use its power for destruction. She and the Spartans, together, must rise above the darkness, must be prepared to face whatever comes next. In the distance, the faint sound of a ship's engine rumbles in the air. The Spartan team turns as a dropship descends from the sky, the promise of the future hanging in the air like the horizon before them. Master Chief stands tall, his eyes set on the future, a future that will be shaped by the choices they make now. The war isn't over, he mutters, his voice unwavering. But we'll be ready. The camera pulls back, the Halo's faint glow illuminating the path ahead, casting long shadows over the barren battlefield. The Spartan team steps forward, their boots crushing the earth beneath them as they move toward their unknown future. The universe is vast, filled with unimaginable dangers, but they are not alone. Together, they stand strong. The story ends with the echoes of their footsteps fading into the horizon. Humanity's struggle has just begun, and the halo will either be their salvation or their doom. Only time will tell what path they choose. Thanks for watching. The universe is vast, and the mysteries are endless. If you're intrigued by the unknown, don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think we're alone in this universe? And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the latest discoveries and shocking truths. The UFO enigma is just getting started, and the answers are closer than you think.